This is the RTX 4080 12 gigabytes. I mean 4070 Ti 12 gigabytes. That's what I meant. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this, also this sponsored segment.
Looking for a cheap way to license your Windows? Check out WhoKeys through the links in the video description. Make sure to use the code TN20 to get a 30% off. Paste the license to the activation settings and you're all done. This license is for Windows 10, but you can upgrade it to Windows 11 for free. They also offer Microsoft Office 19 license. Use the same code TN20 to get a 30% off. Check out WhoKeys.com in the video description below.
So today, right now, is the embargo of this, and your inbox is probably full of all the reviews, most of them gamer reviews. Now, right now, this is 15th of December, and my kids are gonna have the last day of school tomorrow. The car just arrived, and I'm not gonna be able to complete those benchmarks over the Christmas time. Come on! Oh. So one thing I'm straight away noticing is that if you look at the 4080 box here, the 4070 is smaller, but is the GPU smaller as well? Or have they slapped on the same cooler as on the 4080 and 4090? By the way, this is the card that originally was launched as RTX 4080 12 gigabyte version. PAP 20 collezione di carta. TUF gaming, ASUS. Can we get rid of that gaming here? Just say RTX TUF series, okay? Oh, I think it does look smaller. Oh, it is smaller. We have some good news. It's smaller. I mean, can you believe that we're excited about having smaller GPUs? Interestingly, we've got an adapter that has only two 8-pin connectors here, and then we've got the 12 pin there. We've got a TUF gaming cable tie. Not a big fan. And then we've got the GPU SAG holder bracket, which is also... Oh, it is a screwdriver as well. I think they have added this little thing there, so now it doesn't slide out quite like that. We've got the graphics card. Finally, look at that. You can collect those graphics cards. All sorts of literature here. Okay, here's the card, and it does feel much lighter than the other cards we've unboxed of the 40 series TUF, like the 4090 and 4080, well, they're the same card anyway. Looking around, again, very, very solid construction of the GPU. Nothing is kind of flimsy or kind of bending around, even the back brackets. What I have found about these 40 series TUF cards is that you don't actually need necessarily a GPU SAG bracket, just because the GPU is so solidly constructed. The back panel, if you screw it into the case, the whole cooler is screwed in here as well, so you can see that it's not going to go anywhere. So looking around the card, then it's very similar thing as we see on 4080 series and 4090 series. We've got 3 display ports and 2 HDMI ports. Bear in mind, they are not 5 display supported. It's just if you don't have HDMI cables or like DP cables, for example, then you can use 2 HDMI cables and do display port cables. On the side, we can see a power connector. Quite a bit of empty space in there just for the cooler. I don't think this is going to be running very, very hot, but we'll see. There's a BIOS switch over there. Performance and quiet mode. I'd always leave it at performance mode because they're pretty quiet anyway. We've got the coordinates here, and no, they haven't fixed it. Why haven't they fixed it? This little kind of upper comma needs to be a degree sign, because degrees, minutes, seconds. In here we've got minutes, seconds. You need degrees as well before. Anyway, ASUS, you need to fix that. There's a typo in there. The measurements then. The length of the card is 306 millimeters. The depth of the card is 65 millimeters. And the maximum depth of the card is 125 millimeters. Now, what's the size comparison compared to the 4080? So the 4080 is about 2 inches, probably longer. It's a little bit deeper as well, as you can see. You can see the cooler is much more spaced out on the 4080 than on the 4070 Ti. There's like much more empty space in there. So if we put them in here, now you can see the thickness difference as well. It's probably half an inch thicker on the 4080. And then in terms of the width, you can see the 4080 is slightly longer as well. And interestingly, the back panel material is slightly different than on the top material. There's still a little bit of blow through on the 4070 Ti as well, not as much as on the 4080 and 4090. This one here is literally the last fan is whole blow through. This one is a little bit of blow through as well. 2/3 of the last fan is a blow through. We've got some interesting fan curves going on around there. If you can see, the blades are kind of like a wavy. They kind of bend this way and then go around that way. So they've changed the design of the blades there. And they're not as deep as on the 4080. These fans are much, much deeper than here. Obviously, we've got more blades on the 4070 Ti, but that's about it. If you want to check this out, I'm going to leave this in the description below. I've got no idea what the MSRP is going to be, so just go check it out there. It's going to be as big of a surprise for you as it is to me. I'll put it in the test bench now and start testing this, and I'll see you in a few days.